Hello, everyone. My name is Liam Anderson. I'm 40 years old, and today I want to share something with you that's more precious than gold or diamonds. I'm not here to offer you quick fixes or secret formulas. I'm here to share the truth, and while the truth can sometimes be hard to accept, it has the power to set you free. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't inherit wealth or power, and I certainly wasn't given a map to success. I grew up in a quiet town, in a family that had just enough to make ends meet. My parents instilled in me a single, powerful lesson that has guided my entire life. The world owes you nothing. If you want something, you have to go out and earn it. I wasn't the brightest student in my class, nor was I the most naturally gifted athlete. But whatever I lacked in raw talent, I compensated for with relentless determination. I failed. I failed more times than I can count. But every single time I fell, I forced myself to get back on my feet. And that's the first truth I learned. Your failures are not who you are. What truly defines you is your courage to stand up after you have been knocked down. Let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, just wishing your life was different? Wishing for more money, a more fulfilling job, or a healthier body? I've been in that exact spot. We all have. But I need to tell you a critical truth. Wishing changes absolutely nothing. Action is the only thing that creates change. Happiness is not a prize you win at the end of some long, arduous journey. It's not hiding in a larger house, a fancier car, or an extravagant vacation. Happiness is present, right here and right now. It exists in the simplest moments. The feeling of the warm sun on your skin, the sound of a loved one's laughter, the quiet satisfaction of building something with your own hands. If you spend your life chasing happiness in material possessions, you will be forever running. True, lasting happiness can only come from within. And then there's the subject of money. People treat it like it's the ultimate solution to everything. Is it important? Yes, of course. You need it for food, for shelter, for security. But let me be crystal clear. Money is a tool, not a deity. It is a means to an end, not the end itself. If you believe that a bigger bank account will fix all your problems, you are mistaken. Money is an amplifier. It only makes you more of what you already are. If you are an unhappy, insecure, and aimless person, no amount of wealth will ever heal you. But if you are determined, focused, and compassionate, money can become a powerful tool to help you achieve remarkable things. Here is another truth. Your own laziness is your greatest adversary. It whispers deceptive lies in your ear, telling you that you can always do it tomorrow, that you've earned a break. But laziness is a thief that robs you of your potential while you are asleep. Every minute you allow to slip away is a minute you can never reclaim. Think about that. Each day is a new opportunity to learn, to improve, to take one more step toward your goals. Do not let laziness steal your future from you. I learned this lesson the hard way. There were times in my past when I let golden opportunities pass me by because I was too scared, too complacent, or too distracted. And each time, the regret was a heavy weight. So I made a promise to myself. I will never again let fear or laziness dictate the course of my life. And this is something you must understand. When one door closes, a window opens. Life rarely unfolds exactly as you planned. The job you poured your heart into might disappear. The relationship you treasured might end. The dream you held onto so tightly might shatter. And it will hurt. The pain can be immense. But in my experience, every time a door has slammed shut in my face, a new and often better opportunity has appeared. The secret is to keep your eyes open. Do not waste your energy mourning what you have lost. Instead, focus on what you can gain. One of the most liberating lessons I've ever learned is this: don't take yourself so seriously. Life is a chaotic, unpredictable, and often messy affair, and that is perfectly okay. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not have to be perfect. Learn to laugh at your own mistakes, embrace your imperfections, and stop wasting precious time trying to win the approval of others. Because here is the ultimate truth. You do not need anyone else's validation to live a life that is authentically yours. Whether you are from the United States, the United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea, or any corner of this world, you are the director of your own destiny. You don't need to follow the herd. You don't need to measure your success against anyone else's. Pursue whatever it is that makes your soul catch fire. You deserve that. And let me say this before I go further: never stop learning. The moment you decide you know enough is the moment you begin to stagnate. Teach yourself new things, read books that challenge your perspective, ask questions, and never lose your curiosity. Education is the key that unlocks your fullest potential. And don't wait for a teacher to appear. Take the initiative. You are your own greatest instructor. Now, I want you to take a moment and reflect on your life. What are you doing right now? Are you actively pursuing your dreams, or are you passively watching life go by? Are you truly living, or are you merely existing? These are difficult questions, but they demand honest answers. Because the fundamental truth of life is this: you only get one chance. Make it count. I wasn't always this way, you know. I wasn't always confident and focused. There was a period in my life when I felt completely adrift. I would wake up, look at my reflection in the mirror, and ask myself, what is the point of all this? Why was I working so hard? What was I even chasing? Was this really all there was to life? And then something happened. A moment so small and seemingly insignificant, yet it was so profound that it completely shifted my perspective. One afternoon, feeling utterly exhausted by life, I was walking through a park. I saw an elderly man sitting on a bench, peacefully feeding pigeons. He had a face etched with the lines of 1,000 stories, a face that was wrinkled yet vibrant with life. For some reason, I felt compelled to sit down next to him. He turned to me and said something that struck me to my core. "Young man," he asked, "do you know the secret to happiness?" I shook my head, expecting some long, philosophical explanation. He simply smiled and said, "It's much simpler than you think. Happiness is not something you find, it's something you create." Those words hit me like a bolt of lightning. For my entire life, I had been waiting for happiness to arrive, as if it were a package to be delivered. I believed I needed a bigger house, a promotion, more recognition from others. But here was this man, perfectly content with a simple bag of breadcrumbs and the company of birds, revealing to me that the power to be happy was already in my hands. From that day forward, I began to simplify my existence. I stopped chasing things that held no real meaning. I started focusing on what genuinely brought me joy: reading a captivating book, engaging in a deep conversation, or simply taking a long walk in nature. Here is the lesson: Life isn't about the quantity of your possessions. It's about the quality of your enjoyment. If you can find joy in the small, everyday things, you will have an endless supply of happiness. Let me tell you about my first attempt at starting a business. I invested everything I had into it, my money, my time, my soul. And guess what? It failed spectacularly. I was crushed. I felt like a complete failure, convinced that I just wasn't cut out for success. But here is the truth about failure. It is never the end. It is simply a new beginning. Every failure is a lesson in disguise. It reveals what doesn't work, guiding you closer to what does. That failed business taught me more than any success ever could. It taught me resilience. It taught me how to get back up and try again, but smarter this time. So do not be afraid to fail. Fail quickly, fail frequently, and learn from every stumble. Failure is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. Another major lesson I learned is that no matter what you do, people will judge you. If you succeed, they might say you were just lucky. If you fail, they will call you foolish. If you choose a different path, they will label you as strange. So here is my advice. Stop trying to live your life based on the opinions of others. Stop seeking the approval of people who likely don't even think about you. Live for yourself. Do what makes you happy, what aligns with your deepest values, and what brings you a sense of peace. The day you stop caring about what others think is the day you truly become free. I want to share something deeply personal. When I was 30, I lost one of my closest friends. He was like a brother to me. He was only 29 years old. One moment he was here, full of laughter and dreams for the future. The next, he was gone. That profound loss taught me one of life's most brutal lessons. Our time here is short, and tomorrow is never promised. If there is something you want to do, do it now. If there is someone you love, tell them how you feel now. Do not wait for a perfect moment, because that moment may never arrive. At the age of 40, I decided to learn how to paint. A man who could barely draw a recognizable stick figure. I didn't do it with the ambition of becoming a great artist. I did it to remind myself of the pure joy of being a beginner, the joy of learning. Never, ever stop learning. Whether it's a new skill, a different language, or a simple hobby, keep your mind growing. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop living. The world is a library of wonders waiting for you. Be curious. Ask questions, try new things. I love this metaphor. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it is what will grow. If you constantly plant seeds of negativity, doubt, and fear, you will cultivate a garden choked with weeds. But if you choose to plant seeds of positivity, hope, and gratitude, your mind will blossom into a beautiful, vibrant sanctuary. Be vigilant about your thoughts. Protect your mind from negativity. Surround yourself with people and ideas that uplift you. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Treat it with care. Here is the last thing I will say, and it is the most important message of all. No matter where you find yourself in life, no matter how difficult things may seem, always remember this. The best is yet to come. Your story is not finished. There are still chapters left to write, dreams left to chase, and mountains left to climb. Life is a grand journey, and every new day is a blank page. So please do not give up. Keep moving forward. Because your best moments, your greatest triumphs, and your most profound joys are still waiting for you up ahead. Before I go, I want to leave you with one final thought, a truth that has guided me through my darkest nights and my brightest days. Life is not a competition, it is a personal journey. And on this journey, there are no guarantees, no maps, and no shortcuts. There will be times when you feel lost, exhausted, and utterly hopeless. But I promise you, it is in those very moments that the magic happens. That is where you discover your strength. That is where you find out who you truly are. The true meaning of life is not about being flawless or winning every time. It's about trying. It's about showing up day after day and giving it everything you've got. It's about laughing when you can, crying when you need to, and always, always taking another step forward. You don't need to have everything figured out. None of us do. But as long as you keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself, you are on the right path. Trust me on this. The power is and always has been in your hands. People will try to tell you how to live. Society will impose its rules, expectations, and labels upon you. But here is the truth. You are the author of your life. You hold the pen, and with every new day, you get to write your own story. Do not let anyone else dictate who you should be or what you are capable of. Be bold, be fearless, be unapologetically you. You do not need anyone's permission to be happy, successful, or fulfilled. You have nothing to prove to anyone. You are already enough exactly as you are. The moment you truly understand and accept this, you become unstoppable. Let me share one last lesson, a lesson learned after years of struggle. Life does not wait. If you sit around waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect version of yourself, you will miss the incredible beauty of now. So take risks, make mistakes, love with all your heart, laugh until it hurts. Dream bigger than they tell you is possible, and most importantly, live fully. Because this moment, right here, is the only thing we are ever truly guaranteed. Don't waste it. You may forget my name, and you may forget my age, but I hope you never forget this. You are more powerful than you can possibly imagine. You are capable of achieving more than you have ever dreamed. And no matter where life's journey takes you, always remember that you are enough, and you are worthy of every single dream you dare to chase. And if you ever feel like you can't go on, remember this simple fact. The sun always rises, no matter how dark the night. So keep going. The best is yet to come. Thank you.